Okay, I'm back. Hopefully. Oh, so I see that I just have like 15 frames or so. So I just try to turn it down so it doesn't actually look good when I'm just doing anything. So I'm not really sure what is going on with that. Let me check. So I got like 15 frames going on, so I look like a dia show, like a photo show. So just let me know if it works better now. It looks a little bit, kind of messed up because it's 15 frames. So I should have probably set it to like 20 or something, or I just get rid of that restream thing. Hey, Adam. I'm just trying to figure out if I got, some. Just trying to figure out if I get. So it's funny, like I'm a little bit like not really that fluent anymore, but it should be working okay if I have like a small window here. So, seems to be okay. Yeah, probably I will put it up to 20 again. I think this is what I had last time, and I'm not really sure what happened because it went up to like 24. So internally something happened that it just redid some resetted some configurations. Okay. So, just in case, just quickly, if you're new right now, if you're just watching right now, if you just stumble in, I'm using just a little bit of advertising. I'm using this 14, the Nameless suite by Neural DSP, and what they are actually remodeling was their own 14 amp, which is like really hardcore distortion. It's monstrous, and to be honest, as I mentioned before, but just in case you missed it, yes, church music. And if you missed it, if you're still looking for a real nasty guitar plugin, this thing is absolute killer. I mean, it just. And it's not even, separated or split or panned hard, left, right. So I even can turn off this. It's kind of funny because this is like raising the gain. But if you turn this off, it gets way more powerful. Oh, Stream Elements, thanks for letting me know that I'm live now. Not sure if you see that message right now, but okay. So this is really cool because you can set up the microphones. You can just set up all kinds of different things. And the gate is really killer. I mean, if you turn this down, let me just turn on a little bit more distortion here. And turn off the Zool. So this is the noise you would have. And it's really, especially when you do this djenty, style. What do you mean if video stream looks out of focus? Oh, the camera? No, it's actually sharp. Should be sharp because it's autofocus right on my face, so it should work. So anyway, let's put this Zool into. It really. This is actually a pedal which exists, so they made it really happen to have a really awesome a gate plugin or a gate pedal going, because this is the most important thing when you do this kind of, let's say, djenty music, that the signal that you get a lot of attack going without the noise afterwards. I mean, okay, so let's turn this off because it sounds a little bit more powerful here. Okay. So the next thing we're using here for the drums, I already showed this around. The Modern Massive drums sample library by GetGood Drums or GGD, Modern Massive. Really powerful. And what I'm also using as a bass, I recently got this for around $99, is this Djinn Bass. And the funny thing is, I will just quickly show this again that you... Oops. I probably have... Yes. Still had the drums active. What is up here? Oh, there was fret noise, right. So we just take care of the bass right now. So you can raise the power. And when you switch channels, let's turn the string. It's a little bit down. And you have a lot of key switches down here too. I didn't show this before. So hammer on, pull off. Don't know if you can read this down here. Hammer, so this is the typical pick. Then you have hammer on. And you have a pull off, which basically means when you do a hammer on, this is when you just should turn on the guitar again. So when you just hammer on without using your pick hand, I hope you can see that. And the pull off is basically when you use no picks. So you can play some really cool... I am probably, yeah, the gate is way too high. So let me just... A lot of adjusting stuff when you just try to change. And this is what you also have to take care of when you record this kind of music, not just play it all with one, sound or anything. So when you play some solo, which is obviously not the best choice, because of the noise gate so high, but you can play some really good stuff with hammering and pull off. You technically, if you train this a lot, which I did actually, but I'm kind of out of the loop. So you can use without the pick, you can come up with some. And you just use the pick once. Or not at all, so you can come up with some pretty cool stuff. So what else do we get here? Slide down. And then we have slide down fast. First one was low. This one is fast, and so we have slide up. So these dead mutes and the harmonic mutes are very important, especially when you come up with stuff like, I forgot the song by Periphery. In the beginning, this is like. So there's like a bass. Yeah, Trillion bass, Spectrasonics, definitely very cool bass. To be honest, I'm not really sure what is going on currently, but I always have, problems when I have Spectrasonics plugins. I love them seriously, I love them. I have them all. If they would release something, I would buy this. This is a no-brainer, all their plugins, but I sometimes feel they are very, let's say, CPU hungry. So I always run into a little bit of problems. But this is not the reason why I changed to this bass. I actually just heard it, and it sounds so evil. It got a specific something, especially when you change the power amp here. Okay. So let's write a little bit of stuff now that the stream is working. I'm actually kind of, that I should probably raise, but I can't change the stream right now, of course, while I'm... So I would love to set it to like 20 frames or something, which is still good enough. You're talking about the bass. I think it's 99. Somebody wrote it in the, but that's like, yeah. Ives or Eves or Eve, probably. I'm sorry. It's $99. So I think I got it during like a special promo or something for 98. I was stumbling over a YouTube video of was it James Brown of Monuments? Let me just check the name. I just have to find. I always mess up the names, but I just want John Brown. I'm sorry. It was John Brown by Monuments, and he did like a little video demonstration. Hey, Arkan, how are you? Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. From Tunisia. So we got like people all over the world. Oh, Steve, right. Okay, so I got it. I will just try to remember this. So what do? We just write some stuff and yes, right, Submission Audio is the company. And what do? So a good thing is, that's what I wanted to continue with for writing all this stuff, is when you use the diminished scale. So you can use whole, half, whole, whatever you want. On guitar with this tuning, you can actually come up with some very cool stuff. And of course, you would need a little bit more time to to think about licks. I mean, I'm not the guy who's sitting there like having within like 5 or 10 seconds some, really hardcore lick going. So I always need a little bit of time of developing. But another reason why the diminished scale is so cool to do it, you can come up with some pretty cool ideas pretty fast. So again, as I said before, I'm on undropped C, which basically means standard tuning, a whole step down, and then the low E string, another whole step down. So you basically got a drop D tuning with normal standard tuning, but everything tuned down a whole step. So when I play the diminished scale, this would probably right now, I don't want to get too much into the notes right now because it's getting confusing, because this is typically an F, but this is now a C sharp because of the tuning. So when you have the diminished scale, you have the first note, then you have a half step, and then you have a whole step again and a half step again. And so you basically got this diminished scale down here. But the cool thing is, with this tuning, actually the low string is tuned to C, and because it's drop tuned and the D string is also tuned down a whole tone, it's also a C. So what you play here is an octave above. So I just have to, raise the gain a little bit, for now at least. Maybe I have to turn it up on my sound card a little bit. Oh, it's already on 10. So maybe I have to raise the input. Okay, so we can come up with some pretty cool stuff. So let's just come. I will just take a few minutes or something, and then yes, yeah. I'm sorry that I'm laughing. You can make Deep Purple Smoke on the Water with that sound. Yeah, I mean that's Smoke on the Water is probably a lot less distortion than, you know. So that would take a few stacks from back then and to come up with that sound. And also the technique changed a lot. But if you listen to that old rock stuff, it's really, it's almost hilarious when you listen to the new modern, you know, djent, new metal style with all these perfect noise gates going on and this tuning and all these, you know, gain functions. And then you listen to the very old recordings. I'm not saying that they are bad. There's a lot of charm going on. You have a lot of headroom. Things don't sound squashed, and, you know, having your, you know, ear fatigue going on as quick as with modern music. It's just a fact. If you listen to a real hardcore metal band and the track is like mastered like this, of course there are well mastered tracks out there, but you can listen to this old stuff way longer. But, you know, the thing is, to be honest, I have to say I would listen to an hour of Periphery rather than an hour of Deep Purple. I'm sorry. I'm saying this like it is. So let's just come up with a little lick and then go from there and playing the drums and the bass and also yeah. So yeah, let's use this as a basic. Something. So I always, when I'm writing licks like this, I always feel like I'm doing it like, let's say like 4 parts, with having the first part and the third part identical or like the same, and then changing the second and the fourth part, or maybe have the second part like the fourth part like the second part. So that's always like an interplay between first. So basically like a verse or like a rhyme. When you say a rhyme, you know, that you have this typical A-B form. And then I'm changing something on the fourth phrase, so it doesn't exactly sound like the second one. So now I got it. So that would be the first one. The second would be, and it's some kind of odd meter stuff. I just have to find that out later. What I'm doing there, I can't do it while I'm playing. So maybe we do something like this to keep it a little bit more simple. Actually, we have to see, because I like to get things back to 4/4 again. So if we just start practicing or playing a little bit. Oh. So we just no. Again. So we have a lot of, okay, so let's try to get this pattern to 4/4. So we just have to make it a little bit longer. Maybe let's make it a 3-bar pattern. Maybe we have to, I would just record a little bit. Okay, let's see. So that would be the end of it. So yeah, it would be 5, 4, 4, 5, 8, and then 4, 4, and I think 7, 8. So we have to have it till here, and then we just probably make this a little bit longer. Okay, so we could also do a little bit like this. Let's try how this sounds for a second. So something like this. I think it worked out. Just have to delete this one. No, we have to put this one in between. Okay, so let's... Okay, let's check this for a second. I think I made a mistake here. Let's try this again. Let's record maybe a little bit slower. Okay. 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 Okay, so this is this right? Just check it. I think I did some mistakes in here. So let's just go in and grab this for a second. And it's already on warp. So this is 4, 4, and 5. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. I'm not really happy with the ending. Okay, so let's make it 4, 4, and 2, 5, 8 would be 10, 8, and then we would need another 6 beats to make it 4, 4. Right. So we would have, okay, so that should basically work. Okay. Okay, something like this. Let's try. Let's fool around a little bit. Something like this. That should work. Okay, let's try this. No. So that should work. Should probably exchange some notes. Actually, I don't have an overdrive pedal in front of it right now. I turned it off, so I can show this again. The only thing going on here right now is the noise gate. Well, there are like two noise gates going on, the internal from the amp and the Zool pedal. So if I turn that off, it sounds like this. So I turn this on again. And there is a hex drive here. I can turn this on. Or I can, that was just my finger, or you can use the grind. So this actually adds a lot of, it takes out a little bit of bass, it feels. But it adds a little bit of like kind of a transient designer, so you can hear some more tech going. So actually I don't have anything right now in front of it because I just like it a little bit more clear and not too much distortion, because later on when we double this part, it gets a little bit too squishy or too washy. So what? There is a mix of Audio Machine called King of Sparta, and they use this sound with Oriental melody. You have to check. I mean, yeah, it's just a common distorted guitar pad, so a guitar riff. So there's nothing really special going on right now. So you can hear this sound in almost any kind of new metal productions. Okay, so right now I think doing this rest was good because I just want to change this. Let's keep this and let's fool around a little bit more. No, again, because I really want to get this thing going from the start until we really have it, because this is the usual process. The usual process you're going through. No, it's not a guitar MIDI. It's just a typical guitar going to a preamp. And everything what happens is that I have this plugin going. So if I turn off the plugin, the 14, it sounds like this. So there's a little bit of nasty input. Maybe turn this down a little bit, but you don't hear it anymore when you turn on the amp. So. And plus the guitar is pretty nasty. There's some Seymour Duncan Nazgul pickup in here. I'm not really like the you know, the expert when it comes to humbuckers and all these kinds of pickups. But that one sounds actually very nasty compared to you know, let's say like the typical, you know, like some standard humbucker, whatever, you know, like an Epiphone or something, you know. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it's like the Seymour Duncan delivers a lot of, you know, different models, and of course they provide a lot of guitar models with it. So let me get this lick right for a second. Something like this, maybe. No, again. Okay, let's just record this and see how far. Okay, we need one more beat. Okay, let's do this. So we should have it by now, hopefully. Ah, fuck, messed it up. So this is my day when I'm recording guitars. No. Okay, one more. Okay, something like this. I think we got it so far. Okay, some little glitch off, but I think that's it. So we got this basic thing going. Streaming on 2 platforms at the same time. I was on the other one, but my Internet connection is kind of bad at the moment, so I couldn't watch it there. But YouTube is lighter. Yeah, the thing is, I had a few dropouts before, so currently I don't really like, because I'm at like currently 15 frames, which is not really good. But I set it to performance instead of quality, so I'm not really sure how it looks right now. Maybe I should check on my laptop again. Okay, so let's get this right, but I think we got it. Yeah, well, it kind of looks okay, so I think that's all right. Okay, I think I got it. Now let's put it back to normal speed. Okay, I think that's it. No, something is still wrong. Okay. But I can slowly start and then edit the drums. Get the concept with the drums right, but I just want to, the thing is why it takes so long is that I really wanted to get this concept straight with the rhythm and all this stuff. And because I didn't have any, so I got on this stream without any idea. I just, you know, thought up quickly of thinking about something, doing in diminished scale. So let's try this again. Now I got it. That's it. So okay, so let's use this as a core. It's as kind of a fundament, and maybe I should just save also, you know, just save it as Djent. So what I'm doing next is like taking away the guitar for a second. Okay, so just to get my back a little bit going again, because, so, did you hear that? Probably not. The microphone is not that. So, yeah, I mean, the thing is, when I would write the drum part first, I would do that, but then I wouldn't know how the idea goes on guitar. So if I would have this whole thing worked out, and this is why I wanted to get through all this bit by bit. If I know the perfect lick, I would of course start with the drums. I would just play it in, but I was currently developing the lick itself until I got it. So now I can start. You know, I use this as some kind of a scribble and sketch it out. So we just set some accents right now here. So I just start with this and just roughly setting these. So roundabout here. Okay, so that would be the loop. Let's use this as a loop for a second. So let's correct this a little bit for now. Just for now to have it. Nope. Okay, I just have to stretch it like this. So just, you know, to do a little bit of cosmetic thing for that. Okay, so that sounds okay-ish. Not really that much going on right now. So let's just read the chat for a second. Yes. Okay. So now we have to decide what the basic feeling of this would be. So we could make it halftime. But I would like to have it 4/4. So we just make it confusing now. And just, we could go like... Okay, and we could make it... But I don't like this in a sense, but I'm not really sure yet because I just have to... what I also know is let's do... Let's get up some cymbals. Okay, and... So I hope the stream is still okay because I'm getting all kinds of weird, you know, error messages here. So let's fill up some bass drums first. Let's... So maybe... So this definitely has to be... So let's switch over to 16th. For pop, more modern tracks, even though they are more modern drum focused, I do usually try to figure out some melodic element first. Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what you are going for, what you're going after, or how much you... where do you go? No, you stay here. I probably messed up this one too here. No, actually not. I'm still fine. Okay. So we have two here, because we have the same melody, the same rhythm. We can use this as an accent. Just quickly do it like that. And the same here. Sorry, this. Oh, come on. Sorry. Disappear. was here. So okay, so now we got the bass drums of the second half. So let's put up, I would go right now for maybe like a halftime groove. So let's look, let's listen how this sounds. Sounds too that sounds a little bit funny. Sounds kind of cool, but maybe we should let's see how this sounds. Maybe this sounds better, I'm not sure. There's a way too big hole here. So we would miss one hit here because of the turnaround. Fill up some bass drums here. Okay. We have this here too, so let's see how this sounds. So, okay, this sounds a little bit better now. Okay. We could do, let's... Something's still not right. There's this part, I don't like this. So. Okay, so we have to do something with a snare, something between. Okay, I think I know what I have to do. Okay, I have to change the accents on the guitar, right? Oh, this would be funny. Okay, so we don't have to get the snare. Okay, that's I just had a brain fart. So let's see if we get it done. So I have to change the guitar again. The original cymbals. Yeah, let's try this again. We can just make it quickly like this and just copy that over. Yes, definitely. Thanks. Yeah. One missing at the end. Actually, I want to have the snares and the cymbals being the only thing which is giving me that 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is what I'm always trying or going after, that I'm not creating some kind of dream theater 5/8, 7/8, something in between 9/11, root out of 9, whatever, root out of 25. So I just try to catch the basic meter, because actually if you listen to bands like Periphery or whoever, they always try to come up with something which is odd, which is not really fitting in there, but they always assure that when you see them live, you can go like. Because people have always have that focus, or that little light tower, like that focus point where to move. It's getting a little bit more difficult when you're on a Meshuggah concert. So. Okay, so I have to get these two with the guitar. Okay. Okay, what have I done here? So I just have to get through this. So we get this done. But this is typically, I'm not really sure if guitar players in general, when they come up with a new lick, that they just say, I got a new lick, and then it's like, so they just play everything. I'm pretty sure that everyone goes through this process, and it doesn't even matter if it's metal or anything. Okay, I thought it's completely blurry. I'm still a little bit stream worried. I should put a cable in the guitar. That helps. Okay, so let's. Oh God! So how funny. So I have to do some. Okay, so this is where the fun starts. Okay, so how do I get this transition? I just have to. Let's try a little bit more. So, remember the note. Okay. Oh, I think I got it, hopefully. Almost. I'm always missing one note, so I just have to listen to the old lick. Okay. Oh, I have to leave this out. Okay. Oh, this is even more trickier. Okay, I think I got it now. This one beat. I still have some problem understanding this little thing. Okay. I have to wait. Do. Okay. Okay. Yes, almost. I get it. Okay, now I can put it to loop. I think I got it. Man, this is tricky. Kind of. Okay, have to start again. There is still some... Just a matter of minutes. Yeah, the thing is, this is so funny that you mentioned this. The punching this. It's definitely kind of a good idea, but it's not really authentic when you do it, as long as it doesn't groove. Because if you punch stuff, I usually, of course, I do punching all the time, But I just have to make sure that the groove is right because I mean, this is just that not the best idea, but all the micrometer which is happening inside all of these things. The reason that this one is a little bit before, you know, almost like a 64th fourth note before this beat, has a little bit of a message to say. So, of course, when it's trailer music, you quantize a lot and you get this all straight right to the point. But there is something which is happening which identifies you as a player, incorporating kind of a groove into a track. And this is why you have, you know, James Brown, like yeah, too much distortion. But when you have this no, a little bit heavy to play it. When you have this groove going on, there is always something which is above or behind. It's not every time directly on beat. So, okay, so let's, I think we get this. Okay, I just have to get this fucker down. Okay, I think, yes. Okay, I just have to practice this. Okay, so I think it just settles. Just settles a little bit. So that's what I really like, that I just play something and then I just totally switch off, which is perfect because we have a chat going on right now. So, okay, so let me just read a little bit here. Oh, Restream is just sending, congratulations, you received 100 messages today with a Restream chat. That's really kind. That's really kind of you guys, actually, that you are so, you know, active and with me here. So actually I can see that there's like, maybe I can change this. There is a viewer count. Can I just set this also to YouTube viewers here, like done? So it just shows me, I don't know, I mean, it just shows the Twitch streamers. It says 5, but actually there is 11 people in here. 11! So, okay, let me just read this. Since Doom came out, I'm really tempted to do something like that, but since I cannot play the guitar at all, imagine programming something like this on the keyboard, not to mention the insane synth sound. Imagine coming up and arranging and programming an orchestra. But the thing is, we do it all the time. You know, we just, I mean, or at least that's not really fair. I mean, maybe you're doing pop, maybe you're doing, you know, another music style, Cuban or salsa or whatever. But yes, I mean, it's possible. I can't play piano. I really suck at piano. So everything you hear from me, what has been recorded with the piano is all programmed. And I even sit down sometimes, and that's why I'm that picky when I'm playing this stuff. And that's why I'm not shy to go live and just do it like this, you know? Because stuff like this takes time. I mean, if I'm going to record strings once or doing a string arrangement, I hopefully it doesn't happen that you guys fall asleep, because I'm really spending a lot of time to, you know, when you have like a sustained patch or something and you got the harmonics and everything set out, that everything overlaps a little bit, because I see a lot of guys that just play that stuff and then take off their fingers and then put them on again. So what you technically do when you play this on a piano, but to really get this tight and really get this stick together, you just have to do certain overlaps. But they have to do it differently, because this is what you typically hear when you have an orchestra, for example. You know, like a double bass, like a contrabass is just going slightly over the one, or some violin starts a little bit more early because it, from the corner of your eye, it sees like the conductor going like this. And, you know, violins are always a little bit easier to play than a contrabass, you know, if you, I mean, in terms of milliseconds. But this really helps to really sit down and take care of all these things. So let me just play this lick once more. I think I got it now. Whoa! What did I do right now? Stopping the stream. Okay. Oh shit, now I lost it again, but I think... Do you know that moment when your brain suddenly understood what you are doing? This is the best feeling ever. And I really... During all these years when I'm playing guitars and I don't understand a lick, I'm trying to bring it as fast as possible, or as learn to as much as possible, and then realize where's the problem. The problem to me was that point we changed in here, going from that bop 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 to this one. This is my difficulty. My synapses are struggling with. So as soon as you get this down, you play it a few times through, and then the mistake I did earlier when I was younger, I just kept on practicing, and it didn't work out for like 15 minutes or something. But if I just understand it once and I just take time off and not play it again, then it starts settling down. So I am hopefully pretty sure that when I just try to play that lick again, that it now works. Fuck. So I just had to fuck it up somewhere. Fuck. Yeah, but I think I got it down somehow. So coming back to your questions, I mean, you cannot play the guitar at all. I mean, you could just come up with a concept and hire guitar players, because there are many guitar players on this planet who own 7, 8-string guitars, or it actually doesn't even need an 8-string guitar. You can take a 6-string guitar, and actually Periphery brought me to this, you know, idea that you can just tune even. Let me just do it real quick. So I also have special, I'm not really sure what the size is I'm having right now on here. But the strings are, I think they are 11th or something. So now I got my low string even tuned lower to A. And And you probably remember that lick. And when you play, this is the cool thing, when you grip a power chord like this, you play octaves. Sorry. If the guitar would be tuned right. So let me just... Okay. So since we got an A here, and you got the G string here, and then you just... You have a power chord when you do a power chord, you have octaves. So and you probably, if you know Periphery, I can't play it really, but there's this something like this, but the prayer precision. Something like this, I don't know. So this is low A. So you don't really actually need... yeah, but the funny thing is, yes, of course, I think everybody knows about power chords, but the funny thing is that you can even tune a 6th string down to A and get this this really great sound. And what I'm saying is that when you play a power chord with that tuning, you don't hear the root note in the 5th. You hear you hear the root note and the octave. So this gives you new opportunities when playing licks or something, you know? Something like this. Okay, let me just tune it up. So now it's getting dangerous because I played something else. If I can, but luckily I recorded it already. So okay. So let's continue here a little bit before we just go crazy by listening to this thing over and over again. Ah, shit. So I have to practice this a few times. Okay, I got it. So what we could do as an exchange to make the lick even more interesting in the end, I go like so we can do the second thing not like and go just messing up the diminished scale here. So something like this. Okay, so let's try to record this. Let's double record this, and then let's take care of the bass. No worries, no worries. It's good training actually when you listen or play something else, get distracted, and then. But if I wouldn't have recorded it, I would be in trouble probably. Okay, so let's double this. Okay, but it sounds a little bit. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. So let's go. Okay. Ah, shit. Still try. This is a moment where I can really cut right now because I got the kind of the attitude down. I could just try to play it with a split humbucker. This is really nasty when you... Or I just split it up by here by... So this sounds even kind of bass-like. So imagine when you have a, tune it down, your guitar tuned down to A, or even like a 7 or an 8 string guitar. This is really... Okay, but let's try to record this right now. Let's try to record this and double the guitars. Let me just duplicate the tracks here. I should keep one. Okay, and then just move this over to the left side, this over to the right side. So, okay, so I don't want this to distract me, so I just turn it off for a second. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I think I just give it a few rounds and then I can record it. Okay, so I think we can cut it here, but I think I got it down so far that we can just record it. No, record up here. Okay. One take, so a little bit, but for the sake of, writing something that quickly and live, we can just, if it would be in a studio situation, I would probably have this like triple the length of what we're doing right now here. But I have to draw a line somewhere. Okay, so let's double this one. Okay. Fucking up. I think I have a little idea which makes this whole thing a little bit better. Let me just keep those, but let me just quickly, not use all of these special functions you guys would probably use right now by having some new whatever where you do it, like, here. Just open this up and make it a new version. No. Okay, so I would just probably try something like this. So like a slide down. It's just a minor thing, but let's try this. Ah, fuck. I think this... No, let's just do it like this. No, I don't want to, mess this up too much. And let's just clean this tiny little bit here right now. Where's my grid? Grid, where are you? No, snap. I just set it to where? Oh, here. Audio warp. No, not music, not free warp. Oh, no, I get the grid. It always confuses me. Always. I don't know why. And when I do this kind of, manual editing, if I just record something, I always do this. Not on every bar or every, on the 1 or the 3 or something, but randomly in between the track. And this kind of preserves the feeling of some of the, it just keeps a natural feeling. It's not like chopped up exactly to the quarter notes or the eighth notes. Okay, this spot is a little bit tricky, I think. Am I here? So, okay, like this. And then let's clean up this a little bit. This is my weak point of the entire loop. This point here. Okay, so I think we got it. Okay, now we can play some bass. So what do we have? We have So I always play it in like this, that I have this staccato things going on, and then later on edit this together so we get this. record this bit by bit. Doom, 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 doom. Okay. Just have to get the rhythm right again. Down, down, oh, down, down. Okay. We're getting there. I think we get like a good impression of the sound right now. So let's quantize that hard. We can do this later on. And if I just... It sounds really cool. That sounds pretty great, that bass. It's actually the first time... it's actually the first time I am using this. The sims change to the offbeats from the end of bar 7. No, might be easier to get the guitar rhythm if you temporarily mute them. So, okay. I mean, I know, yeah, okay. Down, down. Do-do-do-do. Oops. Okay, just reading. Oh, this happened before, so I didn't read this. Why? The sims change to offbeats. So actually, the thing is, the symbols change. The symbols actually don't change at all because well, actually, yes, the symbol changed the offbeats when you look at in terms of the odd meter thing, but we are trying to keep it straight because this whole thing is 4/4. Actually, we just have this 4/4 thing going on. So what happens is that the drums or the bass drum and the snare is getting out of the... So something like this happens. So you stay with a loop all the time. And yeah, as I said before, I could comp the track until I get it right. Until I get the right one, but I just want to get the groove go. And actually, the thing is, I recorded like this earlier. I just had, in the end, I had like 20 or 30 or 40 takes, and then, does this sound better? Does this sound better? So instead of just trying to come up with the edit, I just try to get it right and then play it in one take. And of course, I'd always try to get at least one part with one take. So I know it's a little bit more time intensive, but okay, so we got this next part here. let's legato this. Let's legato this. That sounds also funny. Like, hey, do you legato? Okay, so we got this, and basically, since the second part is the same thing, but it changes at the end, we just, well, I could, yes. So we got to go, I just have to check if we just, I just have to. Oh, here. Okay. Okay, so yes. Got this muted. No. Didn't I change the ending? I'm totally confused right now because I played it differently at the end. I played the same twice, so I just wanted to. It's exactly the same thing. I wanted to play this different at the end, so let's just play it different at the end. But I played it different. I forgot actually the second phrase I was trying to play. No, that's it. That's it. So let me just get it straight with the bass right now. So this is a C sharp, D sharp. Okay, an E. Okay, so that's right now, and then we have to. From where can I drop in like that? Well, let's play this entire half because last note. Fuck you. now I got it. I'm not really sure if this sounds tight. I think that works. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I just have to sometimes hit because I have a hearing loss on my right ear. It looks a little bit funny, but I sometimes have to check the signal from the right ear with my left ear because it, yeah, I'm just getting used to it over the years, you know. So. Okay, so now we can make this part a little bit more interesting right now. Okay, so we got this set up here, and we could use this as an intro. So maybe we can go later on. I'm not really sure what we'll be heading to, but maybe some. Let's just duplicate this for a second, because usually when you hear music like this, of course, it gets a little bit more, you know. Oh, actually, yes. So since you mentioned the bass right now, let's compare how it sounds. So let's get the balance a little bit right here. Let's just roughly mix this thing. So I'm just creating a bus track for add group channel to selected channels. Let's make this guitars stereo. This happens quite often if you just do, you know, if you did like a mono track before and then a mono bus, sorry, for whatever reason. And then you suddenly create a new one, because I think in previous Cubase versions, it was stereo on default and you had to change it to mono, but now it keeps it to mono. So it happens that you just have this beautiful string arrangement and then you want to group all the instruments. And what happens is that you just have like, you know, completely squashed mono signal. So let's put some compressor on this, because why not? I hope that the iLog doesn't. Okay, let's quickly add some. Let's squash the shit out of this simply because I can right now, you know. I mean, usually you should put all the different instruments, the hi-hat and everything, to different audio outputs, but I'm not doing this right now. So I'm not really sure if the distressor would sound better. So let's try this for a second. Yeah, I like this one more. So let's keep it like this. And then we are going to lower the volume a little bit of the hi-hats here. Ooh. Let's load some, what I really like for dynamic spectrum mapper. I've never seen anyone using it while mixing or something, or maybe I didn't catch a lot of mixing, tutorials in the recent time, but this is really an amazing plugin because you can just define or you can just analyze everything what's happening in the track right now. And once you captured this, you just of course guitars are a little bit too loud. And we have to definitely lower the heads. Oh. Am I stupid? Where's the mixer? Give me that mixer. Oh, yeah, okay. So lower the overheads a little bit and the heads here. Cymbals. Oh, is this? Okay, that should do it. Okay, so what we can do now, the Tropauer bass in Metropolis. That's the advantage when you're a German. You can the Tropauer bass. You can really pronounce this, like it should be. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I'm just thinking because I really love I actually don't have the bass currently right in my head. I know the guitars are pretty well, sounding pretty great, but I think they have been recorded also in the same orchestral hall. So when you want to use them in combination with Arc 1, for example, then of course they sound pretty great and pretty awesome. But for that absolute djentish set you're going to build, because that Djinn Bass, I'm not really sure what that bass is they recorded, but oh, sorry. I think Corona got me. So to get this djentish sound or this new modern metal sound, I think there are more, to be honest, there are more optimal things you have to, or more fitting things, because there is a bass when you go to YouTube for a second and you Google a dingwall bass, this is like some sort of a typical, you know, modern, like, I mean, it's not the only one, but I think this is the one they recorded. I'm not really sure, but there's a bass right here, right down here, and it somehow looks like it would be a dingwall, but I could be totally wrong. Let's use this one. So what we can do now, let's just go for a little bit, and then I think we just leave it here. I just want to come up with another part, giving me some. So let's load that. Another guitar channel here. No, not my vocals. And then let's load the. This is actually another plugin. I introduced it quite a few. But I will. Wow, you're big. You're really big. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Okay, like this. Still big. This thing is really cool. If you're looking for a not that brutal or not that gory guitar plugin, which sounds a little bit more, you know, how do you say, like a little bit more tamed? But I mean, it can sound brutal, but it's not that nasty as the Nameless suit. So actually, the Nameless suit is actually when I think the Meshuggah guitar player, the guitar players of Meshuggah play the 14 amps. So I'm not really sure, but yeah, Terry, of course, I agree. If you don't like the bass, of course, this is of course all a matter of taste. But this is the typical sound you get when you want to have this. I mean, just you know, for a second, when you listen to Nolly's walkthrough of a prayer position, his bass, I mean, it doesn't sound that nasty like this, but when you style it a little bit back and using the other amps, you get kind of like a similar thing. So when you Google for Nolly playthrough of prayer position, this is actually pretty nasty bass sound. It's like typical for that genre. So let's just pick something a little bit more clean. Let's give it like a long delay, like a long. So we could come up with something like this to make this whole thing a little bit more mysterious or something. Why do I turn up my vocals anymore all the time? This. Oh, say okay. So we're still in diminished right here. Let's try something like this for the. Something like this. I should maybe tune my guitar a little bit. Okay. You're showing your age. Don't worry, I'm 45, so no one gives a fuck about age here. Yeah, I mean, it's a matter of taste, you know, all this stuff. It also depends. I mean, it's something like a snare sound also when you record drums and you later on mix the entire track and then you realize the snare doesn't work or something. Of course, you have to, when you record this with a real band, you want to, you know, sort this out before you record. But I mean, if you're just assuming, if you sit at home, you work with samples, it happens very often that you think, oh no, that snare doesn't work, or that synth sound is not really good, so I have to try something else. So I think it's the same with the bass. Lots of time you hear something which doesn't really sound good on its own, but when you listen inside the track, this typically happens. Another example with horns. When you have legato horns, they sound absolutely beautiful. Doesn't matter the brand or the library. They have absolutely beautiful legato horns, and then you sneak them in a track, and then you use them in a typical arrangement, and you can't hear the transitions anymore. The only thing you hear is Okay, so and then sometimes, and then suddenly you have a horn library, and the transitions or the legato transitions seem to be too loud a little bit, but then you dial it into a track and they perfectly fit. So I would always judge it when it sounds like in the middle of the track. I mean, of course, I assume that you did the same right now, Terry, that you did the same, that you just heard it inside the mix and say, it doesn't work for me, which is absolutely fine. But, you know, for that type of music. Was this the part I was just playing? Okay, let's record this little part here. Just like a little bit of mysterious, strummy, octavish, mysterious-ish stuff going on. So I don't want everything below here. I don't care about all of this. So the next time we're just working on this, we probably go over to some really nasty like something like this, maybe. Some really chopped djentish. Maybe something like this, I don't know, but we have to stay in the diminished. I'm just losing. Maybe something like this. What we could do, I like to really combine all the kinds of patterns. So what we have right now with a melody up here, and then it goes. So maybe we can do this, translate this pattern to this following part here. I'm always losing sight with because I'm confusing it with the notes with the drop down. So I'm just having to memorize the patterns. So we're using the same movement, which is happening here. Something like this, we move it here. I'm again wrong. No, it's right. Something like this. Something like this. We will come up with something, but that's so far. I mean, yes, it was like almost 2 hours, a lot of more than 2 hours, but yeah, that's sometimes. I mean, I know composers, and we all know there are probably more, famous composers, Hollywood composers, who also told in their interview. I think it was Hans Zimmer actually told that sometimes he's sitting down for like, I don't know, like several weeks to find just one melody. So I think there's nothing wrong with, taking 2 hours to come up with a little concept like this. So let's listen to this once more. Something like this. can delete this. Maybe introduce a little bit more. Let's do this right now. Okay, and now we can turn this a little bit down. Okay, and we have our little part. I just have to get rid of the guitar for a second. So feels better. Yeah, I'm actually sorry that we had some. Let me just switch for a second to. I'm really sorry that there is a little bit like this 15 frames per second thing going on that I'm like looking right now as it would be like a dia show. I just have to get up the chat here. Yes, I think the chat should be, there should be like a, transition thing going. So when you write something on Twitch, that you see it on YouTube too. Okay, yeah. So there's anything we just want to talk about, or you have some questions or anything, or I don't know, there's something you want to talk about for a second. So let me just read if I missed something. So you're the Madman too. Now I'm the one that changed the platform just to have a different logo next to my name in the video. So you switched from YouTube to Twitch. What are you trying to say? So I just didn't miss anything. Yeah. I'm actually not really sure why the Facebook or whether YouTube viewers are not showing up next to that. Yes, can agree. Yeah, we had a stream about the funky bass a few weeks ago. It's definitely a great instrument. Actually, it's very versatile. So I'm pretty sure you could use. I think he used a precision bass, so you could use that for this style of music too. I mean, precision bass is never wrong to use. That cough will one day probably, hopefully not kill me, but it's just, and this time it doesn't really help to have like this sore throat all the time. And then you don't realize, is it Corona already? Is it not? So, okay, so just in case we don't have anything to talk about anymore, I will probably definitely continue to work on this track. And we also have a trailer track, and we also have this kind of matrix-ish track going on. But I am still not completely done with my album. I'm in the final stages of releasing, finishing it. And there will be a few reworks probably happening. But then I will have more time, and then we will definitely compose some more music. And maybe do some other exciting stuff. I mean, just the typical stuff like getting into a library once in a while, but trying to come up with more music. And definitely once in between, I definitely want to do a little bit of more gaming. So just from the side of the music side of games, just get a little bit into, for example, just as I did yesterday, I was playing a little bit of Doom Eternal. and talking about, just as a side thing, talking about the music a little bit. So maybe we continue doing this. Maybe we'll get into some, RPG or whatever, and just talk about the fantastic soundtrack going on. Okay, so I think I would call it a day for today. Thank you for being here. And I think I'm just heading over to the couch and chilling a little bit, because I'm basically sitting here all day since this morning, probably like 10 a.m. or something, writing emails for like 3 to 4 hours and doing some music stuff and organizing stuff. Yeah, and suddenly a day is over. So just in case, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for staying with me here on a Friday night. I'm not really sure if I will be here tomorrow. Let's see, maybe it happens. I know that actually Daniel is streaming tomorrow night, so maybe I will just get something done during the day or whatever, YouTube demonetizes videos that mention the coronavirus. Did you read that right now, Terry? Or did you just try to upload a video and mentioning the coronavirus? Because I actually, before I actually did my, support video when it comes to music teachers and trying to make them familiar a little bit with OBS or Streamlabs OBS, I just checked around and I seen that no video was monetized with, dealing with the coronavirus. So I decided I just don't do it right from the beginning. So I just left it. I actually don't care too much about the monetization, because as I talked about recently in a video too, where I showed my, the demographics and the statistics, I don't, the monetization is like, I think I made like $60 during the last 3 months. So this is roughly like 20 euros. It may probably go up a little bit when you do more videos. So maybe right now, currently during this week, I did one video every day, like a mixture of a stream, like a 2-hour stream or some short 5-minute informative video. It may go up a little bit, but as I mentioned before, I mean, there are so much more powerful things you can do with YouTube. For example, if you check the video descriptions of all of my videos, I have an entire list of my affiliate links to Amazon. So I'm having all my stuff in here, like the Procaster, the keyboard, like the CC121 by Steinberg, and also even Cubase. I got all these affiliate links in there, and you will laugh, but it works. So I have seen money coming in, affiliate, like compensation, or how do you call it? Like you get like a little share if somebody orders with these links. And also I'm constantly leading to my little sample library store, to my courses. So a lot of stuff actually signed up to my upcoming course, to the Audio Artist 3.0. And where I'm talking about all these things, how to set up mailing lists, how to set up all these affiliate links, how to take care the right way to promote yourself across social networks, because so many composers still run around saying, hey, check out my music, buy my new album. And then everybody's like, why should I buy your album? Why? What is so special about that album in comparison to all the other 100 composers promoting their album? Okay, yeah, it could be. So at least, I mean, I just found it, when it comes to the monetization and the coronavirus, I just found it a little bit of inappropriate to monetize my video when it is about, setting something up to care for others. I didn't want to make it like, hey, I'm just trying to make use of the coronavirus to make some money off with the monetization model. So I just turned it off and just said, okay, the most important thing is here that I deliver some helpful information. And actually, I was pretty helpful because a lot of people replied to the video and thanked. Actually, there was one drum teacher, I think from the UK, who just wrote me. And I'm pretty happy that it worked out for these people, that they're, can do something with that helpful information, or that they found the information helpful. Okay. So I think it's getting difficult to talk. Otherwise, I have to growl or shout. Okay, so I would just call it a day. Thank you for being here, and I will just let you guys know if I'm around tomorrow. If not, we see each other around on social networks. So have a great day, have a great night wherever you are. Thank you for watching, and see you soon. And thanks for being here. Bye.